What if just 5 books could completely change the way you think about money? In this video, Book Smart Club explores 5 of the most influential personal finance books for beginners and intermediate readers. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Psychology of Money, The Simple Path to Wealth, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, and The Intelligent Investor. These books are repeatedly recommended because they cover the foundations of financial education, money behavior, long-term investing, automation, and disciplined wealth building. Most people do not struggle with money only because they lack income. Many struggle because they were never taught how money works, how behavior shapes financial outcomes, or how to build systems that compound over time. This script is designed as a 7-part structure, an introduction, 5 core chapters, and a closing outro. Each chapter includes one whiteboard-style visual prompt to help turn the script into clean, engaging visuals that simplify financial ideas for the audience. The first book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Its biggest lesson is simple: learn the difference between assets and liabilities. The book argues that poor and middle-class people often buy liabilities they think are assets, while wealthy people focus on acquiring things that generate income or grow in value over time. This book is powerful because it changes the way people classify money decisions. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" it pushes the reader to ask, "Will this put money in my pocket or take money out of it?" That mindset shift is one reason the book is still frequently listed among top personal finance reads. For the audience, the practical takeaway is clear: stop chasing status purchases first and start building cash flow producing assets. Even if someone begins small, the habit of thinking like an owner instead of only a consumer can transform their entire financial direction.
The second book is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book teaches that success with money is often less about intelligence and more about behavior. It highlights that emotions, habits, patience, and personal history shape financial decisions more than spreadsheets or technical knowledge alone. That idea matters because many people think money is only a math problem. In reality, fear, greed, ego, comparison, and impatience often decide whether someone builds wealth or destroys it. The strongest message of the book is that staying wealthy requires behavior that is calm, consistent, and realistic. For viewers, this chapter can land hard because it connects finance to everyday life. The lesson is not just to make smart money moves, but to become the kind of person who can repeat good decisions long enough for compounding to work. The third book is The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. Its appeal comes from making investing feel simple, practical, and achievable. The book is known for advocating a long-term approach centered on low-cost index fund investing and financial independence rather than constant market prediction. This message is life-changing because it removes the illusion that wealth building must be complicated. Instead of chasing hot stocks, timing every move, or consuming endless market noise, the reader is encouraged to follow a straightforward plan and stay invested for the long run. For the audience, this chapter should feel like relief. The big lesson is that simplicity is not weakness in finance. Often, simplicity is what makes consistency possible.
The fourth book is I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit. Sethi. This book stands out because it turns personal finance into a practical system. It focuses on automating savings, bill payments, and investing so people can make progress without relying on motivation every day. That approach works because most people do not fail from lack of knowledge alone. They fail from inconsistency. Automation reduces decision fatigue and creates a structure where good habits happen almost in the background. For viewers, this chapter offers one of the most actionable lessons in the whole video. Build a money system once, then let it run. Financial progress becomes much easier when discipline is built into the process instead of depending only on willpower.
The fifth book is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, with a widely respected revised edition featuring commentary by Jason Zweig. It is often described as a foundational investing classic because it teaches discipline, long-term thinking, margin of safety, and the difference between investing and speculation. One of the book's most famous ideas is Mr. Market, a metaphor that helps readers understand that markets are emotional and often irrational. The lesson is that investors should not let market mood swings dictate their own judgment. For the audience, the takeaway is powerful. Wealth is not only built by finding great opportunities, but also by avoiding foolish decisions. Patience, valuation awareness, and emotional control are major parts of becoming a serious investor. If someone reads only these 5 books carefully and applies even a fraction of their lessons, their financial mindset can change forever. Together, these books teach financial education, behavior control, simple investing, automation, and disciplined decision-making, which are core themes that repeatedly appear across top personal finance recommendations. The best book to start with depends on the viewer. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is great for financial awakening. The Psychology of Money is perfect for mindset. The Simple Path to Wealth simplifies investing. I Will Teach You to Be Rich gives systems, and The Intelligent Investor builds serious investing discipline.